Hey guys, in honor of the 40th anniversary of the Walt Disney Classics series, we are going to be doing a special stream on the Walt Disney Classics Collection with Movie&GameLover98. So, without further ado, we will wait There he is.
Hey, Flicka, testing. Let me test. I think this is working.
Yep.
Okay.
I hear you.
Perfect. How are we doing?
Great.
That's great. It's glad to hear.
So, 40 years ago today, the Walt Disney Classics series started. These releases contain a black diamond on the spine that read the classics, and then the Walt Disney Home Video logo is shown below it. For most of the classics releases,
I have some movies that are under that. I just want to show the movies on Blu-ray that were in that lineup.
All right.
Usually we would start with Snow White, but I think we're going to go straight to
Pinocchio, because Snow White never made it to the classics lineup.
This is why we're going to start with Pinocchio. We're going to show off movies that were in the Black Diamond Classics lineup. I think we're going to show just 2D animated Disney films only, if you like.
Yep. So, I have 4 1993 VHS copies. They each have a different print date.
Muscle Man says to you, let's do it. I never heard of such a guy called Muscle Man.
I haven't heard of him either.
Yep, that's the name. Okay. Pinocchio. We know this was the second Disney animated picture ever made. Oh, his real name is Alex. Okay. We apologize, but anyway, Pinocchio. We all know released back in 1940.
No. Hey, what's up?
Oh.
I'm in my place of college, bros.
We are showing off
our Walt Disney Classics Collection. My mom.
Anyway, I have 4 different copies of the Black Diamond Classics edition of
Should I go get
Pinocchio.
this
They
man
each
from
have
regular
a
shop?
different print date. This one is printed on January 25th of 1993 and was released on VHS on March 26th of 1993.
Who loves Railways of Cratunia?
The next one is printed on January 25th of 1993. Oh, and the previous one was printed on January 23rd of 1993. And here's another copy. This does not have
spamming. Why is he spamming?
He's not really spamming. He's having fun chatting in the chat.
Hey guys,
Hey,
I'm just saying hello.
you're putting so much in the.
Dude. I'm sorry, okay? Jeez.
It's okay.
Print date for this copy is February 25th of 1993. And the last one has 2 print dates, with one reading April 4th, 1993, and the other being December 27th, 1992. And those were all my VHS copies of Pinocchio.
Hey,
What?
I'm watching Loud House.
Oh, well, I respect your opinion. I don't want to watch that show.
Yeah, Loud House is not that good.
Now, I have 2 different copies of Fantasia. This
Awesome.
is a 1991 VHS that was originally released on November 1st of 1991. This one's printed May 28th of 1991. And the other is printed on November 2nd, 1991. And that was Fantasia.
Yeah, that's good.
I gotta start doing a better job of taking care of my phone charger. Watch Spy come in, say hello, and goodbye.
Anyways, as I was saying, now we're going into Dumbo.
Here's Dumbo.
I think that's the 1980s.
It looks like it's a 1988 VHS in a 1991 case.
Yep. I've my 2011 Blu-ray of Dumbo.
Yeah,
I did put the
Yeah. The way you could tell it's from 1988 is because it's got this sticker label printed on February 25th, 1991.
Yep, and I did put the 2006 DV of Dumbo into my Blu-ray from 2011 Flicka. Well, I showed it all.
I also have the Masterpiece Collection edition, but I will show that when we show off the Masterpiece Collection titles next week.
Yep.
And now here is Bambi.
Yep, released back in 1942.
Yes, and this VHS is from 1989. This is the oldest copy that I've had for the longest time, which is why it's not really in the greatest of condition. But this next one is in better condition. Label?
Sorry, I just fixed the sticker. Flicka, it was on my back cover, my slip cover, so I fixed it. Here, now it's fixed. Now you can see the back cover more clearly of my 2017 Blu-ray of Bambi, where they did fix the RKO Radio Pictures logo at the beginning.
Yeah. The RKO logo is on the Laserdisc from 97 as well.
And the 2005 Platinum Edition VHS and DVD, which I'm just gonna... But I'm trying to get a replacement 3-disc Blu-ray case so I can put the 2-disc from the Platinum Edition 2005 DVD and put it in here.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Yep. Now, yeah, you can see Bambi's face more clearly. I don't know why he calls the rabbit Thumper and the skunk Flower. Like skunks like... What? Skunks like flowers?
Yeah, and I think rabbits do thump and hop around.
Well, yeah, that's what bunnies or rabbits like to do. Kind of like you say, bunnies is the equivalent of a tiny little dog. Well, no, bunnies are the equivalent of a small rabbit. Puppies are the equivalent of a...
Are an equivalent of a small dog.
That's what I know. And kitties or kittens are equivalent of a small cat.
Yeah. The next one we have in the Classics Collection, we immediately go into Cinderella.
Yep. I know that's the 1988 Black Diamond Classics VHS, which does have the theatrical trailer for Oliver and Company on there.
Yes, it does. It does have a theatrical trailer for Oliver and Company, which that was one of the films that never made it to the Walt Disney Classics series. And this is also the first tape to use the Sorcerer Mickey Walt Disney Classics logo on it.
And I have the 2019 Signature Collection Blu-ray from 2019 of Cinderella. Even though this could have just been released in that you-know-what pandemic year, but unfortunately Disney pushed it a year early, so I didn't have to deal with that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, my slip cover is a little bit better conditioned, despite all that's shiny thing that's got away, because I had a sticky sticker, because like I said, I got this from Second and Charles during my trip to another state, Flicka. And I think we go straight to Alice in Wonderland, since I don't have the two animated Cinderella sequels, Dreams Come True and A Twist in Time, so we go straight to Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. This is the 1988 VHS of Alice in Wonderland.
And I have the 2016 65th Anniversary Edition Blu-ray of Alice in Wonderland, the animated 1951 version, not the 2010s live-action version with Johnny Depp.
Print date, July 13th, 1988. This is another copy of the 1988 VHS, except this one is printed on March 6th of 1991.
A little bit of a reprint. But wait, and also when we get to Lady the Tramp Flick, guys, like I said, can I also show Scamp's Adventure as well, please?
Sure.
Okay. I know this is because they're showing off movies that were in the lineup, but I can show their sequels as well. By the way, yep, Alice in Wonderland, the animated 1951 version's all done.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, indeed. Was the last Disney... Well, we know it was the last Disney animated film to be shot in full screen, but starting with Lady the Tramp onwards, they'd be in widescreen.
Actually, some films got back to being in full screen after Lady and the Tramp and Sleeping Beauty.
Say 101 Dalmatians onwards, they go back to doing full screen.
Yeah. I have 4 different copies of the Black Diamond Classics edition right here.
From 1990 of Peter Pan.
Yeah,
even though
it is a 1990 VHS.
They could have just done it in 1988 to commemorate the 30-something anniversary of Peter Pan? 5th anniversary. Yeah, but I guess Disney put it in 1990.
1993 would have also worked as well for the 40th anniversary.
Even though my Blu-ray doesn't say what numbered anniversary edition, this 2018 one is to commemorate the 65th. I think the 65th anniversary of Peter Pan. This version. Yes. I wish this got a 4K release last year for its 70th anniversary.
It's got the most common ink label, the titles on the left side, and the Black Diamond Classics logos on the right.
Yeah, luckily I'm not showing multitude of versions of the Disney animated films. So look, I'm showing just the Blu-ray. I'm showing the Blu-ray versions of the films that got onto that format. Right now we're at Peter Pan, and coming up next is Lady the Tramp.
Print date for this copy is July 10th, 1990.
Kind of a late one, because the VHS officially released in the 1991 officially released in...
No, it's actually an earlier printing, because it was released in September of 1990.
Okay, so it's an early pressing. So it's early pressing.
Has an even earlier pressing, and it has a different label. Ink is a little bit smudged in this copy, but it's got the Classics diamond on the left side and the title in the middle. Print date is March 26, 1990.
Yep.
Last one, right here. Print date is hard to see, but it's got a black text reading April 6, 1990, and this label is in much better condition compared to the previous one. All right. And that was Peter Pan.
And now this one, since I swapped Blu-rays, I have the... Now we're going on to Lady and the Tramp. I'm going to show... Not the Blu-ray I have now is the 2018 Signature Collection Blu-ray instead of the 2012 Diamond Edition Blu-ray, which I think maybe I could offer you to give you my Blu-ray of Lady and the Tramp, like the original from 1955, the 2012 Diamond Edition Blu-ray, because luckily both these come with DVDs inside. Well, I don't... Or if you just go to that Blu-ray... No, just bookstore that sells Blu-rays, so you can find it on Blu-ray, but they come with DVDs anyway.
All right. Now, Lady and the Tramp. First
luckily,
one of Vista name.
Yeah. And this one was to be the first one to be shot in widescreen. But as we mentioned earlier, 101 Dalmatians after Sleeping Beauty for some reason goes back to doing full. Some of them just reshoot them in full screen. Anyway, yep, Lady and the Tramp, and I'm going to show its sequel, Scamp's Adventure, in a moment. But this time, like I said, we're just showing off movies that were part of this Black Diamond Classics lineup.
Sticker label. And that was Lady and the Tramp.
And the 2018, and of course...
The sequel, of course, which I don't have.
That'd be Lady and the Tramp 2, Scamp's Adventure, released straight, like I said, I mentioned this so many times, released straight to home media back in February 27th, 2001 on VHS and DVD. And I brought this up so many times, how much I love this better than the first Lady and the Tramp, in my personal opinion. And I know you haven't still figured out if that Tommy actor is unfortunately gone, the one who does the crying for Baby Jr. in the original Lady and the Tramp, but Andrew McDonough voices Toddler Jr. in this sequel. And how instead of Barbara Luddy doing the voice of Lady in this sequel, Lady is now instead voiced by Jodie Benson.
Yes, who does Ariel in The Little Mermaid.
And also she does Barbie in Toy Story 2 as well, Jodie Benson.
Yeah.
There were some times that Jodie Benson did actually do Belle in this one, Beauty and the Beast advertisement I saw. I told you about that video, Defunct Land, the history of the Disney Channel theme. How I think it's how that was Jodie Benson playing Belle in a live action costume of Belle instead of doing Paige O'Hara. And of course, in this one, Jock and Trusty are not voiced by these people because they were already gone by this point. So, and also the voice actor for Tramp in the original is gone. So in this one, Jeff Bennett had to do the voice of Tramp and Jock and Trusty. I'm surprised Jeff Bennett could do both Tramp and Jock and Trusty.
Now, the next film did get a Walt Disney Classics release, but I don't have that edition, but it's Sleeping Beauty.
Well, yeah, let me just finish up more with this one. And yes, I said I love how Junior, voiced by Andrew McDonough, doesn't keep acting like a spoiled baby brat too much in the sequel. In the original, yes, too many times, but in the sequel, maybe I liked how he just calms down a few times. And how Scott Wolf voiced Scamp, and Alyssa Milano voiced Angel, and Bill Fagerbakk's in here too, who voices Mooch. Okay, but I think since you don't have Sleeping Beauty yet, Flick, you don't have that edition. You want me to show Sleeping Beauty? I guess.
Yeah, you can show that. I have the Masterpiece Collection edition, but not the Classics edition.
I mean, you only need one VHS variant of Sleeping Beauty. Why would you need two of them? I guess if one breaks...
I will show off my Masterpiece Collection edition of Sleeping Beauty next week when I show off the Masterpiece Collection titles, but you can still show off yours.
Yes, 2008 Platinum Edition Blu-ray of Sleeping Beauty, which I think I like better than the 2014 and other recent Blu-ray releases of Sleeping Beauty, because I think this one has more decorative artwork. Some people may not agree about this, but I like how it says, even though this says 50th anniversary, but they should have put it... It's just says a pre-50th anniversary because 2008 was its 49th anniversary of Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, they could have put this out on DVD a year later in 2009 instead.
Yeah. And I'll just bring this up with when we show off the Masterpiece Collection VHS side next week. I'll bring up something else with the sequel I just.
One thing they could have done in 2008, instead of putting this out, they could have put Peter Pan out to replace this.
No, Disney didn't do that, though. Anyway, Sleeping Beauty, with Princess Aurora. I don't know who she's voiced by, Aurora. Gosh, I don't even know who's the voice of Princess Aurora. Luckily, Sleeping Beauty is done.
Now to 101 Dalmatians.
I have the 2015 Diamond Edition Blu-ray, while you show the 1992 Black Diamond Classics VHS. Oh, and I do have the live-action 101 Dalmatians to also show. Because that's also related. Well, I'll just show the Blu-rays of the two animated 101 Dalmatians and just the VHS of 101 Dalmatians live-action movie. I mean, that's technically related, Flicka, if that's okay, but if you just want to show there's the two animated ones, that's fine. I'll put the live-action one.
The live-action one briefly after showing the...
I gotta show Patch's London Adventure as well.
Yes.
So 101 Dalmatians 1961 animated version is obviously first.
Anyway. 3 different copies.
Yep, I have that VHS. I just want to show off I'm just showing off the movies on Blu-ray that got into that lineup, like I said. Obviously, this version...
2nd, 1992 is the print date.
We all know this VHS officially released in some point in 92.
April 10th.
Yep, so that's an early printing.
Next one is printed on February 9th, 1992.
Yeah, and also another Easter egg I want to point out with this movie flick is that the one scene where the cowboy's Thunderbolt is not introduced till the sequel. I like how he chases down the hunter. It's played on the TV during one scene in Warner Brothers is the Iron Giant, because these films came separate decades apart or just years apart. This and the Iron Giant came in several years apart.
Yeah, and
you don't even have the Iron Giant.
I don't.
Please get it on DVD and VHS. Well, yeah, the Blu-ray doesn't come with the DVD, but you can just get it on DVD. That's easy.
Now, this copy is a very interesting copy. This has a vertical sticker label.
Usually it's supposed to come with a horizontal ink label.
Yeah, my other two copies had a horizontal ink label. Print date is March 19th, 1992. Now, if you'd like, you could show off the
101 Dalmatians 2 Patches Long Adventure first, because it's a sequel to the original animated film. I know this released straight to video in the end of January 2003.
on
I'm just
January
showing
1st, 2003.
Yep, that was a week before Dragon Tales, the Dragon Tales Easiest 1, 2, 3 VHS and DVD hit. Yep, there's Patches Long Adventure. Now we can show live action version.
All right.
Yep.
The live action version, although not a classics release, has the character profile of Cruella de Vil and a diamond.
Well, even though this is related to the original, this is related to the original 101 Dalmatians in a way.
Yep.
I guess it's... Yeah, unfortunately, mine is an April print date, so that means this will not have previews guaranteed.
This does not... My copy does not have any previews either, and it's printed on March 24th, 1997.
Even though this VHS originally hit street dates on summer of 97.
April 15th.
April 15th. April 15th, 1997, but I don't know why later ones they just don't have previews, but I thought the earlier ones they did have previews.
Early copies have previews, but some later copies don't, and mine is a later copy.
Ugh, well, wait. Yep, now we go straight to Sword in the Stone.
Yep. I have the Classics Edition.
Yep, I have the 2013 Blu-ray 50th anniversary Blu-ray from 2013, but I think I'm going to see if that 2001 Gold Classic Collection DVD is in widescreen, kind of like this. Well, the Blu-ray and DVD in here are in widescreen, so that shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, I like how the Blu-ray they restore the footage.
This looks like a 1989 VHS.
Yep. I know the Sword in the Stone has this orphan guy called Wart, voiced by a specific actor.
And this copy has an ink label, and it's printed on February 22nd, 1994. So this is a reprint.
Yeah, and also when we get to the... Luckily, I did not bring the Main Adventures of Winnie the Pooh flicka, because that's not a Black Diamond Classics VHS. That only got Neon Mickey release and the Masterpiece Collection VHS.
Yes. But,
So we're skipping to rest... Yeah.
But we have a film that has some of the exact same actors from The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which is coming up right about now, but it's not called The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, but it is. But it does have Sebastian Cabot as in that one, as well as The Sword in the Stone, and that is The Jungle Book.
And luckily, I did not bring the Aristocats either. That did not get a Black Diamond Classics VHS either. So after this, we're going to go skip straight to Robin Hood.
Yep.
So skip. So also, I'm going to show the 2-movie collection of Rescuers after we do Robin Hood for this side, for this portion at least. And the same thing with the Fox and the Hound 1 and 2. Anyway, here's the Jungle Book. I have the 2014 Blu-ray. You're showing up the 91 Black Diamond Classics VHS, but
I have 3 different copies of it, and they all have ink labels, but the print dates are different. This one is printed on March 7th, 1991, and it was released on May 3rd of 1991. This is printed on March 24th, 1991.
March 24th, 1991. So that was after Thomas Barely the Never Hit VHS.
And the last copy that I have is printed on April 15th, 1991.
Yes. The official street date for that 1991 VHS would have to be around
May 3rd, 1991.
Yep. A day before Star Wars Day of 91, to be exact.
Yep.
Hold on, more comments. Lincoln, Loud, and Sit the Sloth Forever 2017 is asking if, have you watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Oh, yes, I have. It is absolutely hilarious. I've also seen Honey, I Blew Up the Kid and Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves.
Yeah, careful. Careful those VHSs. Anyway, Jungle Book, and I also have 2014... 2014 Diamond Edition Blu-ray, but that's all done, because I think we're skipping straight to Robin Hood after this.
Yep, and then after that, we go right to the Rescuers.
But I'm going to show how about for this one, Flicka, I just showed the 2-movie collection of Rescuers and Rescuers Down Under, since you have them on VHS separately, or if you want to show them on VHS, but show them the original and sequel by themselves on VHS, that's fine. But anyway, Robin Hood, I brought the 2013 40th Anniversary Edition Blu-ray from 2013. Because of reasons, 1973, November. I think this movie came out after, before Sesame Street turned 4 years old. So around this movie coming 2 days before Sesame Street turned 4 years old in 1973. Would that have to be around season
5. Season
5 of Sesame Street hit, even though the first season aired on November 10th, 1969, and also tomorrow, Flicka, is the 55th anniversary of the Rankin Bass Christmas classic Frosty the Snowman.
I have 3 different copies of the Classics edition of Robin Hood, but if you notice, this copy is a demo tape.
I brought so many times. Label's kind of torn, but that's fine. At least the tape works, so that's good.
Tape was originally released July 12th of 1991, and this is printed on April 29th, 1991 for the demo tape. And now I have 2 regular releases of the VHS. This one is printed on May 21st, 1991. It has an ink label.
I'm surprised your demo tape had a sticker label, but your official releases have inks.
And the last one, printed on June 10th, 1991.
Well,
now,
if Robin Hood's all done,
go right to the Rescuers.
Both the Rescuers and
the sequel after the original.
Okay, if you want to show them on VHS, I can totally understand that. But anyway, Rescuers released back in 1977, with Rescuers Down Under releasing in theaters in 1990.
Yeah.
With Rescuers?
Weirdly enough, the Classics edition of the original Rescuers came out a year after the sequel was released on VHS.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if there's an instance where it's. I'm so sure, how both Lady and the Tramp 1 and 2 released on Blu-ray in separate months on Blu-ray in 2012, at least they released the first Lady and the Tramp in March 2012 on Blu-ray, and Scamp's Adventure in August 2012 on Blu-ray. Yep.
And this film's from 1977, but it doesn't say which. It doesn't say that it's an anniversary edition, although this could technically be a 15th anniversary edition of The Rescuers on VHS.
Yeah.
And
Yep. Yes, we all know.
Appears in this film as Miss Bianca. She also appears in the Aristocats as Duchess.
And Bob Newhart, may he rest in peace, the voice of Bernard.
He was also an elf.
And a different movie, which I don't know the name of. And of course, we've got Penny, voiced by Michelle Stacy.
Yeah, print date for this is May 9th, 1992, and this came out on September 18th of 1992.
I mean, this VHS is already over so many years old. I think the VHS is officially. Yep.
My parents made a custom sticker label for it.
That's a cool sticker, even though I don't fan-made my sticker labels on my VHS tapes. I leave them as they are.
Print date is May 27th, 1992. This is by far, I think, the only Disney VHS tape to feature the navy blue variant of the feature presentation screen instead of the standard lilac blue one that's used for most Walt Disney Classics releases.
And luckily,
the music for the Walt Disney Classics logo becomes distorted.
Yeah, and of course, Rescuers Down Under released in 1990, but in the VHS hit 9 stores in 1991.
I have 2 copies of the sequel on VHS from 1991 as well.
And yeah, I know this film came out 5 years before both Phil Harris and Eva Gabor passed away. Which, I know Eva Gabor passed away in April of 95, which the cause was
July of 1995, actually.
Okay, I think Phil Harris passed away
passed in August.
So Eva Gabor passed away in July of 1995. Cause was at the age of a specific cause.
I think Eva Gabor was like 76.
76, and she passed away in 95 at a cause of a...
It was respiratory failure and pneumonia following a fall in the bathtub.
Yeah, fall in the bathtub is horrible, but luckily when I had that bad accident, when I was taking showers sometimes, Flicka, I would have a bad seizure accident. Why did I just bring up that word? Even though Eva Gabor was, like you're saying, like this one kind of pneumonia, some kind of failure, you said?
Respiratory failure and pneumonia following a fall in the bathtub.
What's respiratory
failure is like when your lungs fail to produce enough oxygen.
Oh, okay. And then pneumonia is an
infection in the lung.
Okay, so that's how the Reverend W. Audrey had pneumonia, and he passed away in his home in 1997 in March. Before he turned 86, he was 85 years old. And Phil Harris
Rescuers Down Under is April 23rd, 1991, and this came out on September 20th of 1991. So this is an early printing, and here is another one which is printed a little bit later.
Yep. And luckily, I have this. Sorry. And I know this one.
July,
I know.
From July 8th, 1991.
And I also know that likely Jake and Cody are wearing the correct colors on the Blu-ray slipcover, whereas your VHSs, I don't know why Jake is all brown like that, and Cody's shirt is orange, but in the movie, it's red. And
that might be an animation error on the front and back.
Well, I know some stuff on the back. I know this picture on the back of my Blu-ray set, Flicka, where this one of Bernard and Miss Bianca looking at that Devil's Eye jewel is on the back of the 1999 VHS of The Rescuers. I think it's on all variants, but you have to look what you're looking to see if it's got the error fixed or it has the error showing with the shirtless person on TV. Next up, we go into the one the one 1980s Buena Vista Disney anime classic to get a Black Diamond Classics VHS, The Fox and the Hound.
Released on VHS, but the last new film to be put out on VHS would be Aladdin, which we are going to be showing that in not too far from now, honestly.
Well, yeah, we're going to go to Fox and the Hound as obviously, because released back in 1981, and Fox and the Hound 2 released straight to DVD in late 2006.
Yep.
I mean, you could get these on DVD together, Flicka, but only watch the first Fox and the Hound. Don't go near Fox and the Hound 2. But anyway, Fox and the Hound.
I've seen the first film on VHS before.
I mean, like I said, there is a 2-disc DVD set. It's just DVD only of these two movies. You can get on DVD if you like, Flicka. It's at Walmart or many bookstores, or you can find it and probably anywhere in stores. This thing that looks identical to the 2-movie set on Blu-ray, but you can just get it on plain DVD. Looks just like this, but you can just get it on DVD, just standard DVD. Looks just like this.
Label, and the print date is January 5th, 1994, and this came out on March 4th of 1994. Surprisingly, the same date that John Candy passed away.
Yes, we know how John Candy passed away, but I never knew the cause of how Phil Harris passed away in August of 95.
It was the exact same cause as John Candy. John Candy was only 42 when he had a heart attack, but Phil Harris was 91.
91 was too bad for Phil Harris. I mean, he tried. Some people try, sometimes they just don't make it. But anyway, there's Fox and the Hound. Luckily, I love this one that do show portions of Todd and Copper as adults instead of kids.
Print date for this copy is January 25th, 1994. And these are earlier printings. And the last one...
All VHSs should have the Lion King trailer.
Yes. But this one also contains a return of Jafar trailer afterwards, whereas the previous copies do not. Yeah. And this one is printed on March 5th of 1994, a day after it officially was released.
Yeah, March 4th, 94 was also in the Thomas Home Media product James Goes Buzz Buzz at VHS back in 94, in February of 94 to be exact.
Yep.
And I know the Fox and the Hound. Well, we know about when these Disney direct-to-home sequels, but now we're going to go straight to The Great Mouse Detective because the Black Cauldron never got a Black Diamond Classics VHS.
After The Great Mouse Detective, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and then Aladdin.
And along with showing their sequels. Well, not the Christmas sequels for Beauty and the Beast, no, but the direct-to-home media sequels for Aladdin as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, here's Great Mouse Detective 2012 Blu-ray release. I thought this was 2010 because there's an advertisement for this movie on. If you got the 2010 special edition version of Toy Story on disc-based format, Flicka, this image is used on the Blu-ray of The Great Mouse Detective is used on one of the pamphlets of Toy Story.
Here is The Great Mouse Detective.
I have that VHS, but I think I'm going to upgrade to the 99 VHS because I think you said the 99 VHS might have fixed that error where they used the original logo at the beginning on the 99 VHS. Whereas that VHS in the 2002 one, they're stuck with that error.
Label, print date is May 26, 1992, when this came out on I think it was July 16th or July 17th of 1992.
Yep, that VHS came out on street dates in between Trust Thomas coming out already on VHS originally in 92 and before Thomas gets bumped hits street dates. Anyway, and this Blu-ray is from 2012 of The Great Mouse Detective, but this time we're going to go straight to The Little Mermaid. Flick, I'm not going to show Brave Little Toaster, no Oliver and Company, so that means I'm going to pull up. I have two different Blu-ray editions of the original Little Mermaid from 1989, Flicka. I'm going to show both the Diamond Edition and the Anniversary Edition 4K of The Little Mermaid, the original from '89. Yep, here's the 2013 Diamond Edition Blu-ray. I know this is not the 3D release, but I like how this one has more characters. Oh, yeah, unfortunately, I can see the capsule of Ariel's stomach on this cover, but luckily...
And
yeah,
on the 1990 VHS, you can see a little bit of it as well.
But even though it has more I like the poster arts with more characters. I can get over this. Anyway, and that's the 1990 Black Diamond Classics VHS.
According to what PB or PD Productions said, it was released on May 18th, 1990, 2 days after Jim Henson passed.
May 18th, 1990 was in that VHS hit. And also before Thomas Gets Tricked released on street dates on VHS. The very first Thomas home media product, Thomas Gets Tricked, released straight to the street dates. Why don't we see street dates? They just come to stores. The Thomas Gets Tricked and Jane Forms the Lesson VHSs.
This one is printed on February 20th, 1990.
Yep, and I know... And at least, like, yes, I know Samuel Wright and Pat Carroll and may those actors, Kenneth Mars, may those guys rest in peace. But at least Jodie Benson, and I don't know who the voice of Prince Eric is. Wait, Prince Eric, I think I might.
Christopher Daniel Barnes.
Oh, Christopher Barnes. How did I forget that? Christopher Barnes, who does the voice of Eric. But I think in the 2-movie sequel, which I'll show in a sec. I also want to show, because I have the 2 Diamond Edition. Maybe I'll get the VHS of Little Mermaid. Who knows? Because like I said,
VHS have a print date, however.
Yep, that's this Blu-ray, and here's this Blu-ray, which I like better. Luckily, this one they covered up Ariel's stomach because you can tell her left arm's covering it, and on the back cover, it's like this. Yep. Anyways, and now I'll show you the 2 movie sequels of the Little Mermaid sequels, with Little Mermaid 2 Return to the Sea and Ariel's Beginning, with, like I said, Little Mermaid 2 Return to the Sea released straight to VHS and home media back in September of 2000, whereas Ariel's Beginning released straight to DVD in 2008.
Yep. The first film is the only one to get theatrically released before being released on VHS.
Whereas these 2, they released straight to physical media. Even though, I don't know why they couldn't just release these over an hour and 10-minute movies in theaters. I guess Disney didn't want to. And I said, like, I think I would say this and Lady and the Tramp 2 are my favorite Disney direct-to-home media sequels. Flicka, I could put these as a tie for second place. The Little Mermaid 2 Return to the Sea and Ariel's Beginning, because I kind of like these parts in the Little Mermaid 2 Return to the Sea, where I could see... Yes, Melody is a baby, but she didn't. I'm surprised she did not cry at the beginning, and I didn't. I had to jump for joy. Even like, yes, you know Ursula, who is no, not Ursula. It's Morgana. Who's the evil sister of Ursula? Because Ursula got killed in the original Little Mermaid. Well, this Morgana, not to be confused with me saying Moana, but I'm saying Morgana, the villain of the Little Mermaid 2: Return to the Sea. She's as most mischievous as Ursula.
Yes.
I mean, you have not seen the Little Mermaid 2 Return to the Sea flick. I think this one, I think you'll also get a kick out of, like, with Scamp's Adventure, maybe. Because I like how this one, at least, I think Kenneth Mars is still the voice of Triton.
But in the third one, Jim Cummings takes over as King Triton.
Yeah, and also, yes, like I said, I brought this up before, Samuel Wright, yes, who does Sebastian. May he rest in peace. But I think the voice, I'm not sure when he passed away. Samuel Wright, the voice of Sebastian. I can't remember the year, the age, and the cause he passed away.
May 24th, 2021.
Yeah, he passed away a year before Pat Carroll did.
Or due to prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer? Ew, not cancer again. What's a different kind of cancer, but it's prostate cancer? Well, it's too bad for that Samuel Reich. Anyway, but at least the actress for Melody is still alive, and Jodie Benson is still alive, and I'm not sure who the voice of Flounder is. I'm not the one who's that's the yellow. Yeah, that's Flounder. I don't know who the voice of Flounder is, to be honest. Balmy. But like I think these two tie for my second favorite Disney direct-to-home media sequels. Well, just in general, because I like them both. But Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamp's Adventure is my all-time favorite sequel. Because, I liked it better than the original. Anyway, that's a 2-movie pack of Little Mermaid 2 Return to the Sea and Ariel's Beginning. This pack I got from 2019. Yeah, and I think it's time for viewing them.
Also had a couple of sequels as well. One of them is The Enchanted Christmas.
But those are not really... I'm talking about ones that are actual ones that are not Christmas. Those Beauty and the Beast sequels are considered Christmas movies, so I don't think we should show those.
The third one is not a Christmas one, but it's called Belle's Magical World.
Well, I think now it's time for Beauty and the Beast.
All right.
Here's my 4K.
Marin is Flounder.
Who's the voice of Flounder?
Jason Marin in the original 1989 film.
Okay, but in Return of the Sea and Ariel's Beginning, he was voiced by a different person. Well, here's Beauty and the Beast, released theatrically back in 1991.
And released a year later on VHS in 92.
I'm surprised they could have just released it at the early portion of 92. Because come on, with late...
They released it near the end of 1992 on October 30th.
Okay, so close to Halloween Day 1992 on VHS. Well, yep. And I have the 2020 4K Ultra HD release.
I have 4 different copies of the Classics Edition. This one is printed on June 3rd, 1992.
I should get that. I should have kept that VHS flick. If you have an extra copy for sale, I would love to have it. If that is one of them still works. But, well, actually, no. I'm getting the 2002 Platinum Edition VHS of Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, even though I like having a blue-colored lid on the VHS, anyway, I know Paige O'Hara does Belle in this. But like I said, I brought this up how, yes, that Belle was played by Jodie Benson in a live-action portion instead of using Paige O'Hara because she was unavailable.
Yeah, and in the live-action version, Emma Watson, who did Hermione Granger, does Belle.
But I think Robbie Benson did reprise the role of the Beast in the live-action.
No, somebody else who did the Beast in the live-action. I've watched the live-action before, and it was not Robbie Benson.
Okay, well, at least sorry. You say your thing?
This also has an ink label. This has Sorcerer Mickey next to Walt Disney Home Video logo. This is also printed on July 8th, 1992. And I have one more copy. Which is printed on August 3rd, 1992.
But at least I know something in the live action Beauty and the Beast flicka. There's one particular person that Ewan McGregor plays. Well, you should get the live action remake on Blu-ray because it comes with a DVD, plain Blu-ray to be exact. But there is I know you're gonna be crazy for saying this flicka, but both the animated Cinderella from 1950 and the very first animated Disney film Snow White, those 4K Ultra HD releases come with a plain DVD. I was like, oh my gosh, seriously? They put a 4K Ultra HD which currently comes with not just a plain Blu-ray but also a DVD? Maybe you could get Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs on a 4K format flicka, but it's comes with a plain DVD inside. Well, I'll bring that up when we show Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in the next week's stream showing off Masterpiece Collection titles.
Yep. And some
Love
of the films that were also in the classic series were reissued in the Masterpiece Collection series as well.
This one never got a Masterpiece Collection reissue for some reason.
That along with the next.
Which
And
I have
now,
the two,
grand finale of the classic releases.
which those being Aladdin. I have the two Blu-ray editions of Aladdin Flicka, the 2015 not Diamond Edition Blu-ray. This is the Signature Collection Blu-ray from 2019. This is the 2015 Diamond Edition Blu-ray, which I'm going to show first. Which luckily, this one, the genie is voiced by Robin Williams.
Unlike in the live action where Will Smith voiced him.
This Blu-ray edition, I definitely recommend. Well, this one, to be exact, because I know, like I said, I brought up so many times, your DVD player can only read DVD discs. I know yours. That's one of the 93 VHS versions where
Yes.
the
It does not say the original animated classic on the front of this copy.
but the one you're going to show that's in a green clamshell does have it.
Yep.
I'm probably just going to get the 2004 Platinum Edition VHS of Aladdin, because the reasons why is because there's does some copies come with a blue lid on the tape?
Label. Print date's July 11th, 1993, and this came out on October 1st of 1993.
The VHS, when it officially hit on October 1st, 93, released 5 days before the Thomas Home Media product Days and the Other Thomas Stories hit VHS by Strain Home Video. That's what I know, because it released on October 6th of 93, the Thomas VHS Days and the Other Stories.
And this version does say the original anime classic on the front.
Yep, and here's the 4K release of Aladdin. I should do it. I know a lot of people say 2 different Blu-ray versions of Aladdin, to be exact.
Printed on July 13th, 1993.
Okay, I just showed the 2 Blu-ray versions of Aladdin Flicka, because I noticed you had 2 versions of the 93 VHS, and it showed bring both the Blu-ray versions.
I have 3 copies. Here's the last one.
And that's the same one as the first one you showed, where it doesn't have the peeling back.
Yeah, it doesn't have the words original anime classic on this copy.
And
This
also
one
we
is
can
printed with 2 print dates, one reading August 23rd and the other reading August 11th, 1993.
probably recycled tape. Well, not really recycled, no. Well, even if I see 2 print dates, that means it's a recycled tape. Just
Yeah.
okay. And that means we're going on to the 2 Aladdin sequels.
Yeah. Which I have 2 copies of each.
First, we're going to show the return of Jafar, but Robin Williams will not be voicing the genie. He takes a break before.
And Castellaneta, Homer Simpson's actor.
Yeah, that person does the genie instead of Robin Williams. I mean, Robin Williams. Well, both of them do an amazing job as the genie. I'll give them the praise.
Robin Williams is better.
You like Robin Williams' genie voice the best. You say you like the Robin Williams genie voice the best.
Yeah,
And-
the original genie.
Yeah, I think the guy who voices Homer Simpson does somewhere in the middle for you as the genie, and you probably say you're neutral to the Will Smith as the genie.
All voices of the genie are great, but especially the original.
Yeah, the Robin Williams one to be exact. But that's
There
the return
is
of.
one copy of the VHS of Return of Jafar, released in 1994 on VHS and DVD. Never got a theatrical release.
Well, just VHS. Those never got a DVD release till the 2000s, those Aladdin sequels.
And this is printed on March 30th, 1994, and I believe this came out on May 20th of 1994.
Yeah, when you're done showing these luckily we're not going to show the hybrid Disney films. I brought Mary Poppins and its sequel, Mary Poppins Returns, and those 2 I brought. I'm just going to leave those leave those be.
And the other copy is printed on April 11th, 1994.
Yeah, the VHS hits street dates on
May 20th of 1994.
Yep. So, before Thomas Percy's Ghostly Trick hit its official street date a couple months later in August of '94. August 17th, 1994 is when Percy's Ghostly Trick hit VHS, and September 14th, 1994 is when Thomas's Christmas Party hit VHS.
And lastly, 2 copies of Aladdin and the King of Thieves.
Don't need 2 of them, but I guess both of them have different print dates. I know Aladdin and the King of Thieves I liked out of the Aladdin sequels. I think that one's probably my favorite. At least Robin Williams came back doing the genie.
Yep. It even says, starring Robin Williams on the front. I think this came out on August 6th of 1996. And print date is July 16th, 1996 for this copy. And the last copy,
it's that one.
is July 18th, 1996, printed 2 days later. I'm surprised that we finished this off rather quickly in just 1 hour.
Yeah, that was super quick. I just can't believe we did this really fast. Like I said, I'm just gonna leave these 4 hybrid Disney films where they are. Oh, yeah.
And
I guess we'll. Yeah, it's 9:37 right now in my state.
well,
I guess that means
this means
we can.
the stream has officially been over until next week. It's been one of the quickest streams that we have ever done.
Yeah, I guess that means we're done, Flick. I think that means I can leave. Thanks for having me on for tonight. I guess I'll.
And I look forward to seeing you next week. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Walt Disney Classics Collection 40th Anniversary Edition, and I will see you later.